I just with the people news. Sorry about that, people. Well, there's a short one for you. There's gonna be part two, um, because I forgot to delete the video to create more space and all that. Limited on space. Some of you guys know how that goes. Others don't. Uh, Here we go.
Is a couple of mistakes. At least I do. The first mistake that I'm seeing on my behalf is the aspect that you've got this judge here laughing, ridiculing, mocking, trying to give an opinion as far as how he views things instead of being that trier in fact, right? The bias is already showing. But something else that's interesting is this individual's attorney. This individual's attorney is about to really be, I've never. The thing I'm noticing is that why isn't she here with any kind of paperwork? Why isn't she getting down to the nitty gritty?
I'm sorry, Madam Prosecutor, the interference with duties of public servant, Your Honor, even if my client is failing to give them that, then it is an arrestable offense. But in this situation, it is, Judge. However,
wait a second. She just said if the living being, this individual in which we see right here, refuses to give up his ID when there is no crime that has been committed, then it is an arrestable offense? Do you see now? Well, it gets worse. We'll keep going.
in this particular situation, he didn't interfere with anything in terms of his own arrest. I can, if it was a resisting or something to that effect, I can.
They're just trying to get him out of the car.
I don't disagree.
It's classic sovereign case where got the
Bias. Objection, Judge. What do you mean classic? My client is not any individual in which you can classify or put into some kind of pool or category. Judge, it seems to me as though you are being very biased at this aspect in relation to they're just trying to get him out of the car. What probable cause is there to get him out of the car, Your Honor? What crime? What reasonable articulable suspicion of a crime? What probable cause for a crime being committed, Your Honor? I mean, this judge is so bad, y'all.
license plate.
And I'm gonna even go a little stubborn further than that. So even if there's a class there, right? In our Declaration of Independence says sovereign, says the people are sovereign. So if I'm sovereign, you're sovereign, not another man can rule another man. And again, just for man to man, not another man can rule over another man. Okay? Now there's different classes of slavery. If you want to go that route, that's been history proven. Okay? So just saying.
Think that what is the traveling by right is what I think how they term it.
Yes, that is how it is termed. You're exactly right. Look at both now of the judge and the prosecutor looking at each other, knowing that it is within probably their municipal and county code. Let's take a quick look at my municipal and county code. So let's take a quick peek here at what you might be able to possibly find within your own city, municipal, or county codes. As you'll see, all of these yellow things are highlighted because the judge is speaking correctly when he says it's open as a matter of right. So here we go in Pasco. Public street, open as a matter of right for public vehicular travel. Not driving, not transportation, not traffic, but travel. Open as a matter of right to public vehicular travel, public roads in Monroe, Washington, Port Townsend, municipal code. Public street means an improved street, whether improved or unimproved, held in public ownership, because who owns the roads? We do. Or control, either through deed or easement, conveyance, and intended to be open as a matter of right to public vehicular travel. Now, the point being, have you been able to go within your municipal codes, your county codes, to verify that your public roads, county roads, any way, street, highway, freeway, avenue, lane, alley, or court place is open as a matter of right to public vehicular travel?
I'm going to pause right there. So next time you guys go in to a truck stop or make a purpose in this, there's two different sections in a truck stop. Okay, one second is for travel. Okay, they call that a travel center, and that's where you buy your gas for your car and all that kind of stuff, and maybe some diesel for your pickup that is diesel nowadays, or your car it may be diesel, back in the old days. And then on the other side, you got drivers. Okay, that's the truck drivers getting there, committing commerce. And that's the reason why it's called the driver's section. And then you got the driver's lounge. All right, not the travels lounge, but the driver's lounge, because it's for commercial what? Commerce. It's drivers. Okay.
Seems as though we have the judge here trying to play words with the client. Which really makes me wonder, is this judge biased? Is he doing his job correctly? Is he giving advice from the bench and showing his bias? We'll get into that.
In this situation, Judge, and the reason I'm employing upon the court is, even from what Madam Prosecutor has seen on the video, they're pulling and tugging at his arm, which put my client in some fear. It was more than one officer. It was pretty.
But he still has a duty. If they're asking you to come out, they can lawfully do that. And there are video.
You are right, Judge. They can ask you to do that. You are right. You are right. Whoever your name is, I don't know his name. You are right. They can ask. Why isn't the judge saying, Your Honor, you're right, they can ask, but they cannot force the individual out without probable cause or a reasonable articulable suspicion that any crime has been committed in the first place, Your Honor? Where is the due process in relation to my client's private property?
And go on YouTube, right? There are hundreds of videos where officers will literally destroy your car to get you out.
Right. And if they do so without probable cause of a crime being committed in the first place, when one stands on his constitutional rights, civil litigation should be brought to the forefront. This is the point. We are allowing poor representations as far as what they call a lawyer. I wouldn't even call her a lawyer. I think someone helped her get past. We'll keep going. I'll show you here in a second.
When you get into a pissing match with a person who has the power of arrest, who's going to win, Mr. Daly?
And that's why we don't argue with the cops no more. We're just from now on going to allow them to violate us. We're going to use the Eddie Craig script, move forward with knowing that if we didn't commit a crime, we know what's up, we know the rules. Let them violate us and move forward into civil court. This is the only way. We have to stand on our rights and quit waiving them due to fear.
We don't disagree, Your Honor.
Right.
Oh, yes, we do disagree, Your Honor. We do disagree, Your Honor. Who is this lady?
You know what I mean? That's real life.
We don't disagree, Your Honor. I think
we do disagree, Your Honor. We do disagree. We disagree that should be allowed in the first place when there is no probable cause or reasonable articulable suspicion, Your Honor.
Under the circumstances of what actually happened, it was not Mr. Daly's position to resist or to interfere. That was not. He was concerned for his safety at that point. And actually, I don't know. Did you hear that on the video? Right. And so
Look at these captions on this video. Such bullshit. Look, police aren't always in the right, but we have seen this again and again with soft idiots. This is crazy. This is wild to me, because what it's showing is that it's showing to the public, first off, that it's okay for this judge to act like this, that this somehow is how court should go as far as representation is concerned in a statutory court or regulatory court, should I say. And then, this is so bad.
reviewing the video.
And I've said in previous videos, when you look at the judicial canons, Judge Judy always violates them. But because we are entertained by it and we are uneducated, we don't see that Judge Judy is actually violating the judicial canons. Frequently, people.
It was pretty quick, pretty brash. They didn't give him an opportunity to respond per the prosecutor in this situation. It wasn't as if he was intentionally.
Remember, this is just a mere probable cause.
Yes,
so
I agree.
They ask you to come out of the car one time. Yeah,
Yeah, no, I don't know. I don't know. This is the problem. We are not standing on our rights because we don't know them. Then we go over and we're hoping that if we pay someone to help us, that they are going to stand up for our rights. But this attorney is literally just holding this man. She's just holding this man. She is not defending this individual in his constitutional liberties at all. Where's the paperwork? Where are the motions? Where is anything?
It's really, that's, so, I think that there's enough probable cause to go forward now. The problem is, Mr. Daly, is that we revoke your bond is set at 2501, and you've continually failed to appear. So, the case and the way that you've treated us, it shows me that you just refuse to accept authority.
Correct.
Yeah, we are the authority.
You don't have any authority over us. What do you mean? What does that even mean? You refuse to accept authority? Oh my gosh. I'm confused here, Judge. Who said that police are over me? Immediately, the judge should have said right then and there, or this individual's lawyer representation should have said right then and there, excuse me, sir, excuse me, Your Honor, if I'm not mistaken, the police are actually public servants. Isn't that correct, Your Honor? Yes, they are. Okay, so if my client was not involved in any kind of crime or harm being brought to another, there's no actual probable cause here for any of this to proceed any further. Do you understand oh my gosh, bro, I can't deal. We lack the knowledge.
How are we supposed to deal with that? How do we deal with that, Timbo?
Your Honor, the only reason I bring to your attention is I asked the court to take into consideration. We have a black male works every day who, and I hate to put that on the court, but I do in this particular climate, that has never been in contact with any particular law enforcement court system.
You're playing the black card now? So instead of using actual rules and things, principles, doctrines, filing motions, probable cause, due process, right to privacy, like what is going on here? What is happening? I am so confused.
And from what I can see and what I hear out here from a lot of my black males, and I'm sure it's common knowledge, is that because they are unfamiliar with the court system, they don't know, number one. Number two.
Yeah, they don't know that you're doing a horrible job. That you are really bad. They don't know their constitutional rights is what you should have finished saying, but you didn't because you're colluding with the state and the judge to make money off of ignorance, make money off of people who don't know. This is horrible.
They do come in contact with police, and my mother is assistant chief of police. So
my mother is assistant chief of police. Yeah, that's the statement I was waiting for. So clearly, if she was a good lawyer, she would have been filing motions and arguing the right things. She's babbling, bringing up things like he's a black man. This is horrible. Like, this person probably got fed to pass the bar, and then got fed through the assistant police chief. This is bad, y'all. This is bad. You can see the corruption.
I can understand, even when I was younger, I was taught that there are certain things that you have to do when a police officer can stop you on a speeding ticket. What we don't know is whenever these officers come up, when you're somebody who don't have the privilege of having a police officer as a parent or who isn't familiar and is being raised in this particular climate and seeing what they see on TV and seeing what they hear and everything.
What does that have to do with anything? I'm done watching her. This is so horrible. I can't deal with it no more. So what we're going to do here is I'm going to show y'all something. Watch this. So what I did is I pulled the transcript from the video itself and started to
So I'm gonna make a little bit more videos than I initially planned. Let's go ahead and end it on this one right here. All right. Till next time.